we are not going to be rude. We're going to assume that English is not your first language and try to decipher exactly what you're talking about. But this is some heinous BS that you're talking about. And you don't know your Bible, and it is all based on religion, which is a very dangerous thing. But Cornelius, not trying to be disrespectful, we're going to try to figure this out. You're wrong, sir. God gave them that land, and they sent against him. So he removed them. They sinned against him, and they removed him. And he brought Abraham into the. Then he brought Abraham into the land, and the land will give. Okay, so first, uh, you saying then he brought Abraham into the land? Well, see, they didn't sin against him before Abraham was made this promise. He separated Abraham. So you need to understand your book. It's like you're putting the Moses story before the Abraham story. But we're going to continue. We're going to continue. And brought Abraham into the land, and the land will give. Okay, he never gave Abraham the land, but Abraham was always living under the Canaanites. Giving on to Abraham, and Abraham Moses says, Abraham Moses, me say both of them ran them out. I don't know what the hell you're trying to say with that one. Giving on to Abraham, and Abraham Moses, me say both of them ran them out. So the Abraham left because there was a famine. And then Abraham not Abraham, but Abraham did leave because there was a famine. And then later on, Jacob and his family leave because there's a famine. So it's a repetitive story. It's a topographical story where they continue to borrow from one story to the next story. And they both went to Egypt, and then they got wealthy while they were there. Abraham through pimping his wife, uh, Jacob through Joseph being able to get side up next to the Pharaoh, and then Joseph using nepotism to get the Israelites to keep all the Pharaoh's cattle. And so the nepotism. Okay, we're going to continue. We're going to keep going. The God destroyed these people. He killed them. Okay, who he destroyed? Those people. But right, he did kill some folks. You're talking about stuff like Jericho, like the city of Adam, like the city of Galilee. Yeah, he said kill all the men, the women, kill all the children, which means the babies, and then kill all the animals and burn everything down. Right, genocide. Gotcha. Yeah. But maybe you saying he talking about the Egyptians, but he didn't really destroy the Egyptians because their society didn't end during that time frame. So yeah, he did kill all the Egyptian babies, the firstborn. He did that. The infanticide. Yeah, he kills babies. That's God's deal. Kills the babies. Yeah, kills the babies. Most people went over and killed these people, and God gave it. Most people went over and killed these people, and God gave it. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, okay. Most of the time, it was the Israelites going to genocide other folks. Unto Aaron, and God gave it, and maybe you mean the period wasn't supposed to be there. Unto Aaron, Moses purchased that took over after both this and the land below the land belongs to God. Okay, so Aaron and Moses didn't buy no land. They didn't buy the land. They went and Aaron and Moses never went into the land. It was Joshua who went into the land, and they genocided and killed a lot of babies and killed a lot of women. Because he said he's going to destroy the Canaanites, the Amorites, that these people were already living there peacefully doing their thing. But this guy just came in. They wasn't bothering the Hebrews, and they just came in. This guy killed all these people. So they through their conquest of murder, to which we know is all myth anyway. But we're going to continue, because the sad part is that you believe this stuff. Um, if we have belonged to us, all wheat belongs to us, and we're gonna get it back. I think you're trying to say all the land belongs to us and we're gonna get it back. And maybe you think you're a Hebrew Israelite or something of that nature, but I don't see y'all over there getting no land. Y'all ain't got no army, you don't have no politicians, you don't have a nationhood, you don't have no diplomats, you ain't getting nothing back. I want to see the Hebrew Israelites go get it back, but I don't think that's gonna happen. If that's what you're talking about, I don't know. I'm trying to really understand this. I'm not being funny. I'm really trying to understand what you're getting at. Yeah, so I would like to see you go get it back, because right now the Caucasian Hebrews and Jews they win it. They winning. They got it before you in 1948. They didn't give you nothing. So I'm just wondering. But if that is where we belong to, that's the question. No, No, I don't. I don't belong to the Hebrew Israelites. I don't belong to ancient Hebrew. My family comes from Mali and from Nigeria. So no, I have no belongings to that group at all, at all, at all, at all. So no, that don't work. But the United States is also part of Israel. The United States is allied with Israel, but government wise, we're not part of Israel, but heavily allied with Israel. Give billions of dollars to Israel every year. All been fully supportive of Israel, so I grant you that aspect of it, but we're not part of Israel. We don't sit into their parliament or anything like that. So what you gonna say about that if it's real? Okay, I'm assuming that English is not your first language because the struggle is real trying to read that. But here's the thing, my guy. If you believe that your God, which is the same thing that Israelis are saying, that Abraham was promised this land and that gives them the right to take this land, and the fact that the Western world is agreeable to this just shows you how insane this world is today. That a promise made in a book that you cannot verify, that is filled with historical inaccuracies, is so accepted that it'll allow people to just steal land and steal property from people who have been there for generations after generation. Now, if they had just did it straight up like most countries in the world where they just start a war and then take the resources, take the place, that's one thing. But when they base it on religion, what you create then is a situation where you can justify anything. So based on that religion, they can go in and kill all the, just like in Jericho, they can go into Palestine and kill all the men, kill all the old men, kill all the women, and kill all the babies, kill all the animals, and then burn it down to the ground because that's what happened when they came into Jericho. Okay, so you're saying that if Israel did that, you're fine with that. And if that's what you're saying, I have to question your morality. And I know you have a higher moral stance than this, but I would then have to question your morality. But no, I'm not with this at all. And I think the Palestinians should be armed up to the teeth and be able to fight this battle against them and just, hey, fight it out, regardless of gods, but fight it equally. And what we see is an unequal fight that's going on because of the support from Israel. But hey, you got to free yourself to be yourself because your greatness is non negotiable. Good journey, good vibration. And next time, just write in your own language and I will hit the translation and it'll come up, the right way and it won't be as difficult.